If a tree fell in the woods with no one there to hear it, does it really make a sound? Some may argue no, but if I happened to set up my GH5 beforehand, I'm pretty sure I could replay back both video and sound. Cameras are a big part of modern media as they help us to capture and illustrate a particular moment to people who may not have been present.
Okay, back up guys, you can't see the car.
They got it. Get out of the way, I can't see!
In the year 2021, you can find them everywhere. In the streets, on the motorway, in shopping centres, and even in people's homes. In fact, camera technology is so advanced that most phones come with them built in. But would you believe me if I told you they have existed for almost 200 years? Back in the 1800s, a lot of things happened that changed society forever. Changes such as the development of railroads throughout the 1800s. Dom Pedro the Liberator declaring independence for Brazil in 1822, the Metropolitan Police Service being the first modern police force in 1829, the abolition of slavery in the British Empire in 1833, the American Civil War in 1861, and amongst all of these big developments in the world, the birth of photography was one of them. In 1826, the first permanent photo was taken, as far as we currently know. This photo is known as View from the Window at La Grasse, and depicts just that. Nothing fancy, just a recreated image of what the lens saw looking out of the window at what looks to be a little after sunrise or evening time, judging by the shadows. The thing that makes this image so special is the fact that it is the earliest documentation of this medium that isn't a painting. Joseph Niepce is the person who captured this image and the person who sparked interest in developing this, at the time, new technology. Before taking the world's earliest recorded photograph, Joseph was interested in a particular type of printing known as lithography. Through the process of lithography, images can be made using chemical compounds like oil, acid, and ink, with water on limestone. I'm guessing Joseph got fed up with this process and decided to try and find an easier way to reproduce images with what he had learned. In order to recreate what was seen outside of his window, Joseph used a camera obscura. Camera obscuras had been around since the 1500s, created by Abu Ali al-Hassan ibn al-Haytham, and had been used to project images such as solar eclipses for viewing and also aiding architects and artists in drawing. Joseph, being the inventor he was, decided to combine his understanding of lithography and the camera obscura to create a new way of capturing images, resulting in View from the Window at La Grasse. Instead of using limestone as a support, Joseph used a treated pewter plate for the camera obscura to project an image onto. After many hours of the pewter plate being exposed to projected light, an image had formed. After successfully producing the world's first photograph, Joseph was contacted by Louis Degas. Louis was very interested in developing this image technology, and so it is said that Louis and Joseph collaborated with each other, thereafter resulting in the emergence of the daguerreotype 13 years later in 1839. Looking at this photo, you can see that the image is much more clear compared to View from the Window at La Grasse. History had been made once again. And that concludes my introduction video on the foundations of cameras and photography. If you like that and you want me to make another one, let me know in the comments underneath this video. I made this video because I often find myself talking to people about the origins of photography and cameras, and the fact that it wasn't that long ago, considering the first ever photo was taken in the 1800s. So yeah, if you liked it, again, let me know in the comments and I'll make another video. Check out my last video. It was me in central London on Valentine's Day, where I am using a 360 camera to document my experiences cold approaching people in the street to take their couple's photo.